What's going on, broskies? My name's SHIVOKI. Welcome back once again to another Season 3 God Guide for SMITE. Now today we're looking at one of my new favorite ADCs in the game, and her name is Izanami. I'm a huge Japanese lore nerd because I used to live in Japan, so I just love the freaking country, love the lore, and all that cool stuff. But I've also waited for her to finally receive all her changes so I can basically bring this guide to you guys. Now she has a very high ability to eradicate the team because she is so mobile. She hits hard both with basic attacks and, of course, abilities, and she's one of the smallest gods in the game, so she can be cute, yet really fucking creepy, like really creepy. But in today's guide, I'll be going over her passive and abilities, my 2 typical builds for her, situational items and tactics, and much, much more. Now in the comments down below, please let me know what god you think needs a guide next, but be sure to check out my god guide playlist in case I've already made a guide for that god. But also guys, please leave a like to show your support and the love. Subscribe for more content from your friendly neighborhood SHIVOKI. And of course, let's first start off by Izanami's passive and abilities. Now, I absolutely love her passive, guys. It's called Death Draws Nigh. The closer Izanami gets to death, the more powerful she becomes. Izanami gains 4% physical penetration for each 15% of her health missing, up to a maximum of 20% more penetration. It's amazing, guys. The buff ability, it stacks up to 4%, of course, per 15% health, and it's a max of 5 stacks. So it's absolutely amazing. This basically allows her to not have as much pen as most hunters really require, but this right here allows her to build more lifesteal, more attack speed, more crit than the average hunter. Of course, there are some downsides to it because, of course, you have to have lower health to get this penetration, but still, this allows you to be really boxy and completely turn a fight around. If you're low on health, you're facing a Neath, and all of a sudden, boom, the lower you get, the harder you hit, and the harder you hit, the faster their health goes away. So this passive is absolutely amazing. Do not forget, do not be afraid when you're lower on health, because you basically can turn a fight around with higher damage and wreck everyone's freaking face. Now, like usual, guys, after I go over every single ability, I'll be going over how I level his abilities in which order. But first, guys, is her number 1 called Sickle Storm. For 6 seconds, Izanami throws her sickles even faster and more ferociously. While active, she gains attack speed and her basic attacks no longer return to her, instead applying bonus damage in addition to 100% of her basic attack power per hit. Very, very hard hitting. This basically allows her to be a lot more boxy when it comes to other hunters. So early game, guys, in Conquest or any game, if you're going against a hunter, you usually want to pop this because it allows you to be really strong and apply a high attack speed with bonus damage, of course, and overall it's just really amazing. Now, I do not recommend it going against minions. If you're killing minions, don't pop this because, like I said, it does not return to you. It hits the minion once and does not come back like her normal sickles, guys, because normally they go through the minions and come right back, which is so cool for lane clear. I absolutely love it. But guys, the attack speed is a maximum of 75%. Personally, I level this only once in the beginning because I like going for the 2 more. That's just my personal preference, but guys, early game, that's 55% attack speed and a bonus of 5 damage per hit. Of course, you already have the addition of 100% per basic attack hit power per hit. So overall, this ability is absolutely amazing. It's one of my favorites. I level the 2nd, and it's just so strong. Now, Izanami's number 2 is called Spectral Projection. It's one of my favorite abilities in the entire game. I just absolutely love the look of it, how it feels, how fast it moves, and what it does. Of course, it's such a cool thing. Now, Izanami sends forth a demonic visage of herself to strike down her enemies, damaging and slowing all enemies in a line. Now, if an enemy god is killed while slowed by this ability, future use of this slow will be increased by 6% per kill, up to twice, for a maximum of 30%. Now, it is with this ability, so keep that in mind, guys. So if you can kill a god early game, middle game, late game, with this ability, it's very important to do so because it increases the slow up to a max of 30%. Now, that's what kind of the issue with this ability is, but if you're a good Izanami player, you'll keep that in mind. Now, the damage, guys, starts at 65 and max out at 265 plus 90% of your physical power. So overall, this is your lane clear ability. Not only do you have a great lane clear ability, you also have your basic attacks, which go out and come right back to you, so they're very strong. Now, the slow, guys, is 18%. Of course, it's plus 6% per kill, a maximum of 30%. So the slow is a very strong slow. I absolutely love it. It hits hard, and of course, the slow duration starts at 2 seconds and max out at 3 seconds. So leveling this ability not only increases the damage, but also increases the slow duration, and also increases the more use of this. When you do use it, you get a kill with it, and you get a higher slow with it. So overall, it's absolutely amazing. The cooldown, of course, it starts at 16 and max out at 12 seconds, of course, towards the very end. Overall, a strong ability, and my only my only point of view with this ability is if you have an option of hitting minions, then a god, please do so. You throw it through you know, the whole minion wave and it hits the god at the very end. Not only does it clear the minion wave, but it also hits the god, so it's the best way to use this ability, but it's great for chasing someone down. It can also go through walls. Don't forget that. The ability can go through walls, so if you need to pin someone down, if they're running away, you want to slow them down just a little bit so your team can kill them, this is the best way to do so. Now, some do say this ability is probably the most OP getaway in the game, and I can definitely relate to that one. I personally love it. It's called Fade Away, and it's her number 3. Izanami descends into the underworld, becoming stealth, and leaps away for her current position, taking damage or firing a damaging ability or basic attack breaks her stealth. And the stealth, guys, does not last too long. It lasts 6 seconds, a max of, starts at 4, and personally, I never level this ability until the very end because there's not really a point, minus the cooldown gets a little bit lower. So if you are someone who really needs this, yeah, you can level it, but as an ADC, which is an attack damage carry, you might want to level the 2 and the 1 first, of course, and then the ultimate as well. But guys, it basically, her getaway, her chase, and it's just so powerful because she can go into something and she can be stealth. So she can basically come in as a Loki with range and just wreck everyone's fucking face. A very strong ability, and I personally love it. The cooldown maxes out at 16 seconds, so not that bad of a cooldown, and overall a strong getaway and chaser. And lastly, one of the strongest ultimates a hunter has in the game. I fucking love it. It's hard to hit, but if you can master this ability, guys, Dark Portal, her ultimate can be one of the most devastating ultimates in the game. Izanami summons a Dark Portal which damages and silences all enemies in range. Now, very, very strong, guys. Starts at 250 damage and maxes out at 650 damage plus 130% of your physical power. If you watch this God Guide, if you watch every clip, there are plenty of clips in here where I literally almost one-shot somebody with this ultimate. It hits very, very hard. Whenever you have a chance to level this ability, you level it. It's strong, it's a freaking silence, which of course lasts 1.5 seconds to a max of 2.5 seconds, so not too long, but overall it's absolutely amazing. So used correctly, you can actually save your teammates, you can do some crazy plays, some great Wombo Combos come from her, and she's also overall very, very fun. Now, the cooldown, guys, is at 80-second cooldown, not too bad, but the main thing is how hard it hits, and it applies a silence. So keep that in mind, guys. It's not just an ultimate to do damage, it's an ultimate to save your allies or to shut someone down. Maybe a stun comes down from maybe a Guardian, you throw this ultimate down, it silences them, then a Nox grabs them and silences them as well. It's a great way to kind of string along a chain of absolute destruction with her ultimate called Dark Portal. Now, when I level Izanami's abilities, this is how I do it every single time. I'll explain to you why, so guys, pause it here, do it this way. It's one of the best ways to do so. Now, early game conquest, guys, when it comes to being an ADC, you want to clear those back camps. Clearing back camps will be very, very easy if you have your 2. It hits hard, it goes through targets, it slows enemy gods if needed so, in case you get invaded, and overall it's great for lane clear once you get into lane. Now, of course, when you hit level 2, guys, you're going to want to grab your Sickle Storm, and the reason is because it makes you really boxy against other hunters. Maybe a Rom or Apollo or a Neith is against you in that lane. You're definitely going to have this so you can be hitting faster, hitting harder, and being really scary to that other ADC. Now, once again, guys, when you're going through the whole entire thing, you're gonna level your 2 first. The reason is because it hits harder, good for lane clear, and it helps you get that 30% slow when you get kills with it. Now, of course, right after that, guys, you're gonna level Sickle Storm, which is a fantastic ability, and of course, you're gonna level your ultimate whenever you can. So level 5, level 9, level 13, and 17, and of course 20 at the very end, and your level Fade Away, your 3, which is your getaway or your your runaway or your engage at the very, very end. There's not really a point in doing so, minus you get a decreased time on your cooldown, but whoop-de-fucking-do, you're an ADC, you want to hit hard, hit fast, and wreck everyone's face, so this is how you level her abilities. Now, I have 2 builds for Izanami, guys, and they're both pretty similar, but I'll explain to you the difference really quick here. Now, Transcendence, guys, is on both builds every single time, and this is my personal build right here. Transcendence, Warrior Tablet, Itchable, Titan's Bane, Chin Size, and Malice. Of course, if you don't need Titan's Bane, get rid of it. If you don't need Chin Size, get rid of it. And later in the game, guys, you will be selling Itchable for Executioner, of course, but overall, you don't really need a lot of pen on her because you have the ability to have that awesome passive. But normally, guys, my build is like this. It's Transcendence, Warrior Tablet, Itchable, Soul Eater, and I get 2 crit items, usually Malice and Deathbringer. Now, of course, like I said, Itchable will be sold for Executioner or something else like that. Now, this build is so fucking strong. I crit almost every single hit. It's absolutely amazing. Great on lifesteal, great on crits, and just so devastating. Middle late game is so strong. Early game is strong, of course, because you have Transcendence and you have the boots, and once you get Itchable online, which is really cheap, you're gonna be hitting really hard, being really scary against the hunters, and if you get a little bit fed early game, get those kills early game, you're gonna be absolutely fine the entire game. I personally love her, and next, guys, we're looking at situational items. And just as usual, guys, ADC doesn't really have that many situational items, but these are the ones I use. Of course, like I said, if you don't need Titan's Bane or Chin Size or other items in your build, swap it out for Soul Eater, guys. Soul Eater is a great item, has a good attack speed, lifesteal, and overall a great passive. Anti-heals, you know where to go, guys. If you need anti-heals, grab this amazing item right here. Now, the Crusher is great against, of course, towers. If you need that tower damage, you want to start split pushing, you can do so because she has a good getaway, she has good damage, and overall she's really scary. And it's not a bad item whatsoever. Now, Masamune, guys, once again, like my last guy was on a Hunter, you definitely want to build this item, of course, if there's a really tanky team. Say if you have a Shock and a Sobek and a really strong team, and a lot of them have a lot of high health, you might want to grab this, of course, to help you burn down those characters with high health. It's a great item, and overall it's really underestimated and really underused, and it's a great item. Now, this is my typical start for Izanami, guys. Charge Morningstar, 3 health pots and 3 mana pots. I personally love it because it helps me get Transcendence online faster. If you want to go a different route, you can do so. You can start with boots and then maybe the lower part of Charge Morningstar. You can do that if you want to. It's not my personal cup of tea. If you play her safe, guys, she has good lane clear. It allows her to get gold pretty damn fast, and when she gets gold pretty fast, she can back what she has the gold for Transcendence. She has Transcendence, and you can start building on the boots. You're just set, guys. Really easy start for her. Play her safe. She has a good getaway. She has good damage, and overall slow if she needs it in whatever situation possible. So, guys, this is my personal start. Try it out. I love it. You'll probably love it too. So, in conclusion, Izanami is a creepy little Japanese goddess who has insane damage potential, great mobility, and it can also be built in very unique and different ways due to her awesome passive. Now, if you personally play her often, please let me know in the comments down below how you personally build her, and also if you have any tips and tricks we all should know. Well, that's it for this week's God Guide, my friends, so please leave a like to show your support and your love, and also let me know what God you think needs a guide next. But of course, please check out my playlist for my God Guides, because I might have already done it already, so just check that out, guys. Also, subscribe for more amazing content from your broski Shivoki. I love you all so much. I hope you're all having a fantastic week or a day or a night, whatever time it is. Just have a freaking fantastic day, guys. If you're having a bad day, please turn it around right now. Have a good one. Life is so short. Live it to the fullest. Don't let anyone hold you back. Go for your dreams and never ever look back, guys. Don't let anyone hold you back. I swear to God, life is amazing. Kick ass. Follow your dreams and never ever tell yourself you can't do something. Now, this week, guys, I have some awesome videos planned, so please stay tuned for that one. I'll see you guys next time, and as always, my friends, deuces, motherfuckers. Deuces.